It is positively lit right now in South American World Cup qualifying. I was not able to watch any of the matches, but I did watch a lot of the commentary streams on Reddit, and I got to see the highlights, and oh my god, there's so much to jump into and digest here. It is absolutely chaotic and wild. Messi hitting the post off a Benedetto rebound. Peru holding Argentina to a draw, 0-0. Argentina still cannot find the back of the net, dropping points again at home. Uh, Chile losing their 1-0 lead to Ecuador, looking like this was a must-win for Chile. It looked like they were going to be out of the World Cup contention once Ibarra put Ecuador level. I forgot what minute, like the 82nd minute, and made it 1-1. And then all of a sudden, the one team that looked like they were safe for tonight, Colombia, with a goal from Falcao in the 79th minute or 80th minute, I think, looked like they may have been clinching a spot in the World Cup, or at least be assured of at least a playoff spot. Losing, grasping defeat at the jaws of victory to Paraguay, who scored 2 late goals, making a late case for Russia 2018. Losing their game, dropping down to 4th place. Oh my god, guys, it is absolutely nuts right now. Teams were jumping in the live standings in the table, jumping all over the place in the table. Peru getting a vital away point. A win at home versus Colombia next week will see them qualify. I believe so, most likely. And speaking of Colombia, like I just said, oh my god. They let it go. They gave up a really soft, really horrible goalkeeping mistake goal to get Paraguay back into the match. And then late on in stoppage time, in the 90th plus minute, Paraguay on the counterattack, stealing a road victory the same way they did in Chile, same way they did in Argentina. Absolutely ruthless. Things are crazy right now. I'm like so amped up because there are only one more match day to come next week. And Paraguay, all of a sudden, Paraguay, they could qualify for the World Cup out of nowhere, because they play Venezuela at home next week. Now, they dropped points at home to Uruguay, which really hurt them. But maybe they'll learn from that mistake and capitalize on it because they've been gifted. They've been gifted another opportunity by God. They win next week, they go to 27 points. They're probably at least going to get a playoff spot. You would think so, right? And now Colombia, desperate now, on 26 points. Still, they didn't get anything from it. They snatched, like I said, defeat from the jaws of victory. That puts pressure. That's actually bad news for Peru. It's good news for Peru tonight because they got a point in Buenos Aires, but it's also bad for Peru because now they're dealing with a Colombian team that's going to be pissed off and will need a result. And Peru will be looking for their first World Cup. That match is going to be positively electric. The other results, Bolivia, Brazil. It's no surprise Bolivia gets a result at home. Brazil has not beaten Bolivia on the road in World Cup qualifying, I believe, in 20 plus years. And Bolivia in La Paz is always difficult to play. So this is not a surprise. Venezuela, Uruguay squandered some opportunities to win and to clinch a spot in the World Cup directly for the first time. But you know what? No one in South America has qualified yet. It is just... It's crazy because now Paraguay are back. And Argentina, let's talk about Argentina. Argentina, they're on 25 points. They play Ecuador. Ecuador's eliminated now. They go play Ecuador on the road in Quito, in Estadio Atahualpa, which is not an easy venue to play in, even though this Ecuadorian team is in poor shape. Argentina could miss the World Cup. Argentina could miss the World Cup. And Chile, all of a sudden, people talking about Chile. They're in trouble. They gave up a lead, 1-1 against Ecuador. They fire back almost immediately. They are sitting in third place in South America when they were as low as sixth. Think about this for a second. Chile went from sixth in the table to third in the table in the span of 10 minutes. In the live standings, they went from sixth to third. Wow, I don't know what's going to happen. They play Brazil next week. That's going to be tough because you have to think Brazil wants to end their campaign with a victory. They don't want to have two ties from an international break, especially the concluding international break. Guys, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be so hard to predict what happens in the final match day. I want to hear your thoughts. My mind is blown. South American World Cup qualifying is off the fucking chain.